I was the only human on planet Earth who said the Dallas Cowboys were going to win that football game without Micah against Micah as 7-point underdogs at Jerry World against a Green Bay Packers most people thought would win 42-0. My brother Lil Wayne, I texted last week and I said, you guys are going to win 35-10. And I thought he'd write back, no, don't try to jinx us. And he wrote back, that's about right. That's what the world thought of a game that the Dallas Cowboys should have won. I'm exhausted watching it because...
Cowboys Nation, did y'all hear Skip Bayless after that 40-40 war with Green Bay? Man, the guy was unhinged, raw, emotional. And for once, he wasn't just talking, he was speaking the absolute truth. That tie wasn't a tie in our hearts. That was our win. That was our game to finish. And we let it slip. Skip said Green Bay escaped with their lives, and I couldn't agree more. Think about the setup. Dallas walking in as 7-point underdogs. No CD, no Micah at full throttle. The entire NFL world ready to write our obituary before the ball was even kicked. And yet, we didn't just hang around. We dominated stretches of that game. We flipped the momentum, we forced mistakes, and we had multiple chances to put this away. Skip was the only one in the national media who picked Dallas to win. He believed in this team when nobody else did. And after watching that slugfest, how can you not admit he was right? Now let's relive the madness. That Jalen Tolbert toe drag in overtime. Cowboys fans, I don't care if you replay it 100 times, it still gives you chills. Dak throws one of his most questionable balls of the night, off balance, underthrown, and somehow Tolbert snatches destiny out of the air. Toe down, 5-yard line, game over. That was supposed to be the moment we buried Green Bay, but instead of seizing it, we froze. First and goal, and we get conservative. Javonte Williams straight into the teeth of the defense. Then Dak getting swallowed up. And of course, Micah Parsons, who barely registered all night, shows up just in time to get credit for a sack. Skip's right. It didn't even feel real. If 56 doesn't collapse that pocket, Micah doesn't make that play. But the stat sheet lies, and the Cowboys stall. And that's where it all unraveled, because Dallas played not to lose. We had George Pickens waiting for a slant. We had Ferguson ready to muscle inside. We had options to close. But instead, we played for 3 and ended up with nothing. That's what drives Skip crazy. That's what drives all of us crazy. Why take your foot off the gas when victory is sitting there begging you to grab it? Then came the moment every Cowboys fan will never forget, the clock chaos. Jordan Love, panicking, throws a pass that never should have left his hands. And where does it go? Off Jack Sanford's helmet. Not a deflection by a corner, not a tip pass by a linebacker, just dumb, blind luck. And because of that, 1 second stays alive on the clock. 1 second. Just enough for Green Bay's kicker to line up and rip the heart out of Cowboys Nation. Skip lost it right there, and so did I. How do you play a perfect defensive stand, force the dumbest throw of the night, and still walk away robbed by a single tick on the scoreboard? But let's not miss the bigger story. This team showed grit. This team showed life. We were down. We were being smothered early. And then that blocked extra point flipped into a 2-point play, lit a fire that turned the entire stadium upside down. Suddenly, Dallas had juice. Suddenly, we were flying around, feeding off that energy, fighting like a team that refuses to die. That's what Skip was really saying in his rant. This team isn't soft. This team isn't broken. This team is battle-tested, scarred, but hungry. And I say it loud, this wasn't just a tie. This was proof that the Dallas Cowboys, even short-handed, even disrespected, even doubted, can still stand toe-to-toe with anybody in this league. You think Green Bay walked away feeling good? No. They walked away counting their blessings. They walked away knowing Dallas had them beaten in every way but the scoreboard. Cowboys Nation, let me ask you, do you feel like that game was stolen from us? Do you feel like timid play calling cost us the win? Do you agree with Skip that Micah's impact was overrated? Or do you see what I see? A team that's learning how to fight, how to survive, and how to scare the hell out of anybody lining up across from them. Because make no mistake, This tie doesn't break us. It fuels us. It makes us dangerous. It shows the NFL that Dallas isn't going quietly into the night. We're coming. We're scrapping. We're ready. Skip Bayless was exhausted after that game, drained, emotionally wrecked, and so were we. But like Skip, we're proud because this was Cowboys football. Flawed, frustrating, heart-pounding, and absolutely unforgettable. So Cowboys Nation, drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this a win stolen? Was this proof we belong? Do you ride with Skip's fire, or do you think he went too far? Smash that like button if you felt every ounce of that pain and pride last night. And hit subscribe right now, because here at Cowboys Nation Report, we keep it raw, real, and unapologetically Dallas. That 40-40 tie, it wasn't just a result. It was a moment. And trust me, Cowboys Nation, we'll remember it all season long.